Hi guys, Mikey of the 732 Review Crew back. I am here watching Cowboy Bebop. Can't wait for this episode. This is season 1, episode 15. And I believe we may be finally getting some backstory on Faye. Not quite sure, but I believe we will be. Now, I've been having a lot of fun with this series, and I do enjoy when we get our backstories, especially on, like, that was my favorite backstory to get, just even a piece of. I can't wait to get a little bit more. I can't wait to learn about Jet too, because I know we're going to have to learn about why he's a former officer and whatnot. Now, this has been a really fun show, and I really have been enjoying this. This is apparently a movie, the fans were saying. Is that worth watching? Because if it is, I'll watch it. No problem. Questions asked besides that one. But other than that, I think I'm ready to jump into this. So if you're joining me for the first time, thank you for joining me for Cowboy Bebop. This is season 1, episode 15, and we are starting in 3, 2. Thank you for joining me. So, what is my guess? I feel like Faye is the daughter of some super influential person and she hates it, so she goes the opposite way and tries to be a gambling girl who tries to steal and stuff like that instead of using her family's wealth. But I could be completely wrong, and I probably am. Faye?
Frozen hard.
Yeah, they're no good. Ugh, full of toxic dioxins. I saved these for evidence a while back, but
Oh, they're dying for food.
Hey, hold on. I know you're hungry, but those things are poison.
Ed, can't eat those.
Confidence man who cons women, that's who you want to catch?
I don't have much choice.
Is he a big, tough crook?
Smallest of the small fries.
I've been trying to figure out who it is you remind me of. Now I know. It's that guy with the thin eyebrows. Whitney Haggis Matsumoto. Do you want to know a secret about my past?
Yes!
Do you?
What? Fine.
Do you think she's been successfully unfrozen?
I believe so, Doctor.
Can you hear me, huh? You.
Oh, she from the past?
You're healing beautifully. No wounds left, and the cells are dividing quite nicely.
What?
So you only have one problem left, and you know what that is, huh? Coming up with 30 million woolongs for the basic operation, in addition to 54 years of interest payments. How much is that?
273 million. Add the hospital fees to that and...
What?
This place. Where is it? Where am I? Who are you?
I'm Whitney Haggis Matsumoto, your lawyer.
Lawyer?
Tota's insurance company brought me in on the case. I've already done some research on your past.
So I remember everything, really. Everything except my own life.
I see.
Weird.
You were involved in a serious accident.
Accident?
The accident, it was 54 years ago.
54 years ago?
You were put into a cold sleep. In other words, cryogenically preserved. Until now,
She passing out?
medical technology has finally advanced to a point where you could be fully cured and reawakened. You might say you're a modern version of Sleeping Beauty. Listen to me, the year is 2068. This is not a monitor.
Wait a second. 2068. So this was 2008 this happened?
You put the round in your mouth.
Liar! You think I'm gonna believe a load of rubbish like that?
Temperature 94.1, pulse 54, blood pressure 40/75.
2014.
What's gonna happen to me if I...
Pass out from low blood pressure because you're low blood pressure.
Faye.
Patient appears to be eloping. Patient elopement. Patient elopement. Patient elopement.
Hey there, want a cold one?
Oh, the culture shock. Oh my god.
Hey! Hey!
Hey, lawyer. How does he find her? That's sketch. That is sketch.
Wait, please!
Stay away from me!
What do you get by running away?
What am I gonna do?
You can deal with the debt payments little by little. I'll do everything I can to help you. And you know, someday your memory might come back to you.
She's falling in love with her lawyer.
Oh yes, I'd move to where all the shooting stars are gone.
I'm kind of still sketched out by the lawyer.
I will give me...
Oh, he's falling in love with her. So what goes wrong?
What's that?
Collection agents. The insurance company got impatient.
What do we do?
What? How's she gonna get $300 million?
If we stay here, we'll both get caught. You better jump out and run.
What about you?
I'll meet you at the medical clinic. A prince has to protect Sleeping Beauty. That's the way it works.
That was so cheesy. I don't trust him. I don't. Oh, I don't think it matters if I trusted him. He died.
In the event of an unforeseen accident, his instructions were to transfer all of his assets to you.
Why are all the numbers there in red?
Those are all his debts, but they say debt is an asset.
His debts?
Did he fake his death?
How long were you in there listening, Spike?
Too long. Your story needs editing.
Oh, I love Spike.
Your past is always changing. Last time you said you were a gypsy. Maybe you made this story up too.
Think what you like, but it's not a lie. I just don't know the whole truth, all right?
This guy has a rep as a Don Juan. He's really just a cheap confidence man.
Is that her lawyer?
For him.
Take note. When others are snoozing, Jet is on the job.
Whitney, Haggis, Matsumoto.
Yeah. Long time no see.
Holy shit, he's alive! I knew it!
It's been over 3 years. You look healthy.
Thanks a lot. Were you trying to create a whole new identity?
I wanted to start all over. Start from scratch.
By conning women out of their money?
The doctor was protecting me. I owed too much, and now he's dead. Maybe I should have just let him come and arrest me. I couldn't ask for more than to have you hand me over to the police.
You think it's safe to leave him alone?
Worried about him or her?
I'm afraid she might let him escape or something.
Well, she'd have to have
I don't
the heart
understand.
to do that.
Women are hopeless. They don't work on reason.
We're here! Welcome, visitors!
Ms. Manley, prepare for rendezvous.
Yes, Doctor.
The fuck? How? How?
Let's go.
It's all right. You don't have to do this for me. It's too risky.
I hate this.
They opened the hatch already?
He's trying to get out.
She's helping him.
Wanna bet?
Yeah, I'll give you 4 to 1.
Me, who am I? Tell me where the lies end and the truth begins. What are you doing?
If you're not careful, I'll hit the cockpit.
I know. He's such a dick. Woohoo! Wow! Makes it psych!
Who am I?
Are you sure you really want to know? It's going to be hard to swallow. Are you prepared for all the consequences?
Spit it out!
I don't really know myself, I swear.
You're lying.
Who am I? My past? My future? These are questions every human asks at least once in their life.
Oh, jeez, is that the doctor from the cryo clinic?
Sure seems that way.
You told me that doctor was dead!
Not dead. I mean, not completely.
How many lies are you gonna tell me before
This guy's such a liar.
Actually, I gave you the name Valentine. Yes, I named you after my favorite love song. All the other data on you was lost when the astral gate exploded. So you see, no one knows who you are or why you were put in a cryogenic state.
Is this guy a doctor or a cop?
Pilot of Patrol Ship 118. You're in a vehicle which has been reported stolen.
What?
Wait a minute, Uncle! Don't go!
He's your uncle?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I understand now.
Well, there is one part that's true. That I fell in love with you while you were sleeping. I fell in love with Sleeping Beauty.
Huh.
Look who's here. You must really want me back. I'm still
That
in the
face,
dark.
though.
I may never know anything about my past.
Doesn't really matter, does it?
Easy for you to say. At least you have a past.
And you have a future. That's what counts.
What's this?
It's your share of the bounty. The big 19,800 reward.
You're kidding.
The smallest of the small fries.
So it wasn't 19,800. I kind of put an extra zero in there.
1980. No, the fucking beast. Oh, dude. All right, that was a really interesting episode. So it seems like we get a portion of Faye's backstory in this one via the form of a flashback. Now, this flashback tells us initially that she was cryogenically frozen to be saved from a massive injury, and she owes 300 million wulong in debt, as well as she was frozen for 52 years. Piece by piece, we find out she actually was in some sort of hypergate space accident or some gate accident, but unfortunately, we don't know the full extent of what happened, how she got hurt, etc., just like she doesn't know. So we are just mostly in the dark about her past, just like she is. But as Spike so masterfully says, you know, at least you have a future. And that's a great line because we may not know her past, but we know where the way her future is going. And that is currently, as a member of Bebop, it seems like there is some flirting between them, even though Spike does not want to commit because of Julia, I believe her name, or Julie, and she doesn't want to commit, obviously, because of this situation. So that might be why she has commitment issues, is because this guy died, but it turns out he actually didn't die. He used his uncle, who worked for a cryogenic lab, to find a woman to fall in love with, seduce, and then get rid of his debts and switch. That's crazy. That is crazy. And I like how he makes himself fat and he just lives a new life. And it's just like, what the fuck? I think his uncle and the nurse came to help him, but obviously bailed when the cops show up. And then we find out that his bounty is hilariously actually 1,980, not 19,000, but 1,900, because as Jet says, he added an extra zero. But I mean, that whole thing is so crazy, masterful class of, like, you know, deception as well as transferring your debt to somebody else. Fortunately, it doesn't make sense because usually when you die, your debt is absolved unless you have a spouse, and she wasn't a spouse, but she was in his will, so that wouldn't make sense. I love the random debt collectors showing up to find probably him, not her, is what I would assume, because her debt may not actually be real, but it's being used as a means to keep her tethered so that she falls in love with him, and then etc. But it seems like he also fell in love with her by accident, and thus the Sleeping Beauty thing is made, which I liked. Besides that, I thought it was a pretty interesting episode. I mean, obviously the crew is not doing too good on bounties because they're broke as hell, and she got $1,900 or wulong, which is barely anything compared to their usual couple $100 to $1 million bounties. So they're going to be suffering right now. Probably that's why they were delving into their stores looking at the food. And I like the comparison of the poisoned fish, because you can't consume it without getting sick, and Faye, who is a little toxic in her own. So, I mean, it's just so interesting. I'm going to just take a quick look. I have 1, 2, 3. Wow, there's actually a pretty good amount of episodes left. Looking at the number, not looking at anything else. And then a movie of some sort. And I'm quite curious to see, you know, obviously we're going to learn Jet's backstory and eventually get the pieces for everybody else's backstory. Maybe learn Edward's backstory, learn why she's so smart, where she came from, etc. We know where we found her, but we just don't know how she got the way she is. I'm very, very excited to find out. Keep watching. So thank you for joining me. I am Mikey of the 732 Review Crew. If you're new here, make sure you check out our Patreon. It does have full ends for this and other series. Once I finish this series, we'll be going for another anime that I've never seen before, which may be solo or with friends. Who knows? Depends on how it goes. Other than that, too, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comments if you're new here and watching, because if you're watching Cowboy Bebop and you're not saying hi to me, let's have some chats, you know? Type in the comments. I always respond to comments when I can if they're not spoilers. And I love all the appreciation, all the interaction. And the people who are, you know, subscribers, I do appreciate you following me on a side journey of a TV show we watch that isn't, you know, live action sci-fi, but animated sci-fi. Pretty cool. Thank you. Take it easy, be safe, and have a good night.